And not only that, but we also glory in tribulation, knowing that tribulation produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. Romans chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. There are days that we would consider a bad day. You may have had a flat tire on the way to work. Your car battery might have been dead that morning. You might have forgotten about an important meeting or have been late to work due to traffic building up on the interstate. Some days are just bad days, but then some days are deeper than a bad day. Some days or events in our lives are things that Satan is using to distract our attention from our Christian walk. There are events that happen in our lives that will be a tribulation or something that causes great suffering, either physical or emotionally, for us. Paul, in writing to Romans, tells us to glory in these tribulations or find the good in the tribulations because we will come out on the other side a stronger person. So many times we want to understand why we are having to go through a trial. We want immediate gratification of the understanding or why we are having to go through certain things. In the Garden of Eden, at the beginning of time, Adam and Eve could have considered it a bad day when they fell victim to the temptation of eating the forbidden fruit in Genesis chapter 3. Satan specifically sought out Eve and caused her to eat the fruit and then pass it along to Adam. That was not just a bad day or a moment of weakness that both Adam and Eve are having. That was a direct and deliberate attack on them by Satan. Satan will directly and deliberately attack us as well. Satan has the ability to identify our personal weaknesses and use those personal weaknesses to tempt us to fall into sin. James chapter 4 verses 7 and 8 reads, "Therefore submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you." A strategy for defending ourselves is to draw near to God. If we draw near to God, then we will find ourselves moving away from Satan. Many times when bad things happen, it is easy to question God. This is our human nature. A few weeks ago, Jennifer and I lost a family member whom we dearly loved. I don't know why she died. Literally, we have no explanation. I don't know why bad things happen to us at times. What I do know is that when bad things happen and when we are in times that we question, that is the time for us to turn to God and not turn away from Him. That is the time to spend time on our knees and in His Word. Temptation will always be there. Temptation will always be a part of our lives. But if we rely on Him, we will find the temptations are not as strong as they once were in our lives. My challenge to each of us is to take an honest look at our lives and find a way that we can flee from those things and draw ourselves nearer to God.